So do you think we're pretty reliant on our phones to do stuff from day to day?
We got computers, got technology. Without it, you feel like really lost because people need it, and I always wondered if all this stuff went away, how would they react? Some people would probably lose their mind.
There's a whole world around us, but sometimes we seem to forget about that. Often, we're disconnected from it because of another world. The world inside our phones. We live in a fast-paced world, reliant on technology that we are constantly connected to. Messages, emails, our news and social feeds, we are always checking. Checking to see what we missed when we are away from our phones. So how would things change if we didn't have this luxury? And not to mention how this has evolved over the last several years. Sometimes we forget to take a second to step back and realize how far we've come in the past decade. We're always pushing to take the next step, but at what cost?
Without my phone?
I definitely don't think I could function without my phone.
I think it would be very hard to keep up with all of the daily tasks of a college student.
Just try to communicate with people face to face more often.
Well, I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't play Pokemon Go.
I think I would be a lot more isolated from all of my friends. It would probably impact my relationships and just cut me off from the rest of the world.
Because I'm used to having it all the time. It would be very traumatic, I guess you could say.
So, how does someone from an older generation feel about our generation, the millennials and the Gen Zers, and our dependence on phones? We talked to Stephen Nair, a professor at UNC Chapel Hill.
I think it's a bit unfortunate. I'll see people at lunch in the cafeteria and so forth. There'll be 4 people eating lunch at the same table, and each of them will be on their phone talking to someone other than who's at the table. So it doesn't seem that it's very beneficial in terms of interaction with people who you're actually with. So I think it's a distancing factor. Obviously serves a lot of purposes, but I think it can be definitely overdone and interferes with a human interaction, which is more important.
How long do you think you could go without using your phone?
If I'm spending good quality time with friends, I could go all day. If I'm by myself, an hour.
Probably like an hour.
I think I could go like 2 days.
Probably like 30 minutes.
Well, I'm on a fast right now, so it's been 2 days.
I like to think that I could probably go long without it, but I probably wouldn't get through the day.
I don't have an actual smartphone. I've got one of these dumb flip phones and everything, and it's adequate in my life.
For directions, probably use a map or something like that.
I just think about how we used to print out directions to go anywhere, and I'm not about that, so.
We decided to test this out. People used to use atlases and printed maps to get around. Now most of us just use the GPS on our phones. Take the phone away and replace it with a map, and let's see what happens.
All right, well, go straight. Oh Lord, this is gonna be hilarious. Take it right. Get in the right lane. Yeah. Now we're totally off the map, so this should be fun. I'm confused right now, completely, to be honest with you. Just, is this the highway right here? Oh wait, hold on. And I feel like we're going right back where we just were. Take this right here. I think we're supposed to go the opposite direction. Now I'm lost in a parking lot. We're gonna be here all day.
So are we dependent?
But it's interesting when you see classes break after the bell goes out or whatever, and everyone whips out their phone to quickly recoup whatever message or text or anything that has occurred during the hour and 15 minutes that they were in class. It's like they can't exist without knowing what is just who has been in contact with them.